Hello and welcome to Zach103 TV, and today we are racing here at Indianapolis. And before I go too far into this, I my mic didn't plug up correctly, so what I'm doing right now is I'm recording an audio track from Power Director. So for the first time from when I've done this series, I'm actually commentating the race as I already know what happens because I recorded the race assuming that my microphone was working when it actually was not. So last week's winner was Roach. You can see starting on pole is Roberto Crown Jr. That was announced in the Discord server. And yeah, this is our third and final Nations race of the season. And yeah. Anyways, I'll also try to keep consistent with my wording and the events that unfold. Now, because I already know what some of the stuff happens, I can't really express some of the stuff. So, yeah. And as you can see, 50-minute video for a 16-lap race. You can assume there are a lot more cautions than I was expecting. So, I'll just butcher it the best I can and hope for the best. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I remember. I probably said some more crud while I was recording because, yeah, I was probably saying something. Anyways, I guess I was talking about Barney Thirster third, finished second last week, led a lot of laps. He's starting 13th today. And Roach also not starting too shabby either, so it's interesting. And he won last week. Got his second career win, first one of the season. He's inside the playoff bubble. And yeah, that's good. So, and of course we're going to go to his cockpit, start the engines, and he's running his Canada car today, so that's good. And we'll let the guy announce that now.
Drivers, start your engines.
And yeah, I suppose that's good and over. Now, the reason it stopped right there is because I was checking my volume, because clearly soon to find out my headset was not connected, so that's why I did not hear things. And yeah, that's disappointing. So here we go to the green. And it's Reggie Fogelman versus Roberto Crown Jr. to the start. Pace car is in, good to go. Looking good. German Chick 81 starting third. And green flag in the air here at Indianapolis. The Dogecoin 250. Berto getting a good run into one, and German Chick 81 following. Reggie Fogelman fell back to third. German Chick 81 might try to get the 81 or the 21 car here. Doesn't look to be so. And on the back stretch. And coming down to turn 3. Everyone's filing out. And I was once again checking my volume. That was the only 2 times I did that. And Roberto Crown Jr. will lead lap 1. Chick 81 goes low. And here comes Reggie Fogelman, and there's the first wreck. German Chick 81 unfortunately got wrecked into. Oh, that was a bad wreck. Took out a lot of cars. I'll try to describe that the best I can, seeing on a smaller POV right now. Took out Cazo, a lot of cars, and Reggie Fogelman, who was in second. That was a very bad wreck. So we're going to go and take a look at the replay from Reggie Fogelman's point of view. Lap 1 from the helicopter. So you see German Chick 81 go low into 1, go slow-mo. See, Reggie kind of dove in a little bit there, and I think everyone really dove in the corner there, and then, yeah, it just wasn't going to work. Into the wall, back out right in front of Reggie. Really messing that up there. And Berto gets tagged. Mensa gets out of it. So is Austin. Looks like Austin Johns barely gets around Jimmy 81. Third Alexa Gaming, John McFadden, Barney Thresher third, and then the 27 Dale Pauls Jr. does not. Not a Weeb does not. Evan H. the tad bit of damage. He's probably out. Bradley Ream, Real Gaming Freak, Joy Paints, Feedbat, Jonah Burridge, Lethal Mourner, Brandon. I forgot his last name. I can't believe I forgot someone's last name. NH, Kazo, and Sammy Box tap to the front end as well, along with a little bit more damage from other drivers and Rick Freeman Jr. Baron Nelson, that's his name, yep. And Ricky Freeman, or not Ricky Freeman, but Berto Crown Jr. Did lead them to the stripe to complete the caution, but Austin Johns and Mario Thirst III were able to get around Omensa to the yellow flag, so Omensa fell back to 4th, and you can see that Roberto Crown Jr. has a pretty considerable amount of damage there, so that is going to slow him down for sure on this next restart. So yeah, you know, I kind of considered cutting some of the cautions out, but most of it I just kind of came in and took replays. That way I didn't have to record so many. I already got everything all good done, so only recorded the first wreck. There is that's not the only wreck, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes about. So yeah, but yeah, we'll see how that all unfolds. Takes a while to get out of this racetrack, but anyway, out of the race: Cactus King, Kason Cooper, Eric Van D, Jimmy, Ronnie Martin, Kazo, Iron Crusader, Nada Weeb, Neil Pauls Jr., Joy Paints. Just to name a few. I couldn't see all of them there, but you can see on the standings who's out of the race and why. Iron Crusader had a fuel leak, which is unfortunate. He was having a pretty decent run this season. He's running decent standings too. He's doing okay. Not so much after this race, I'm sure. Enjoy Paints was not having a great season in standings either, and that just got worked today with that DNF, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, it's going to be a point shakeup. I think playoffs start like 10 races or so, maybe less. They're coming closer, a lot closer very shortly. I think we're in the single digits coming towards it as well, so the next few races are really going to count big time. And who leads laps and who doesn't. Roberto Crown Jr. leading laps here is crucial because he is outside the cut line, and after this race he'll probably be inside the cut line after leading those laps. And point leader Sammy Box, he was involved in the accident. He's probably got a little lesser amount of damage out of these guys, but he had a little tap in front of who was that? He ran into somebody. I think it was Ronnie Martin or something. But yeah, he's gonna have to come up from 23rd, which is ironically the same as his number. So we'll see him do that maybe. I don't know. Well, I mean, I do, but like I'm not gonna say it until it happens or anything. So try not to foreshadow anything the best I can. But I can only do so much considering I've already seen the race. And I am this is post-recorded, not recorded live. So the only race I've done like that, and hopefully the only race I'll have to do like that, because The thing, I had a thing attached to my mic, and it came disconnected, and I did not know. So, oof. Anyway, Bird. He is just a few points. He is the closest in points still in this race to Sandbox, and he's only like 3 positions ahead. So, Sandbox is definitely keeping his points lead after this race. But if he finishes where he's at, or like any crud like that or anything, he could fall back, and his points lead could become lower. And when you see more drivers leading laps and doing better, it's easy to do that because you got more drivers coming in the cut line. And the cut line, you have to have more points to get into it, and that lowers how high you are in standing or how much points you are above it. Currently, I think like Senior Box is like 308, I think, above points, and he's been like right at that about the entire like past 7 races, I guess, because he's driven like right at that. I only started counting it, I guess, then. As far as I've counted it, he's been in between 300 and like 3. I think he was even at like 3, almost like 350 at one point above the cut line. But if Roberto Crown Jr. leads as many laps as he will, as he leads these laps and gets in the cut line, inside the cut line, and Sandy Box isn't leading laps, so and it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, there's not much else to say about that. We won't know till when I update points. That's going to be I guess it's going to be an interesting shakeup because a lot of good cars just got taken out there, especially German Chick 81. Yeah, but I don't know. She might have a strong enough margin to stay inside the bubble, but she's been consistent quietly. Very unfortunate she got wrecked out though. You see the cars filing up. You got Roberto Crown Jr., Austin Johns, Barney Thritcher III, Omensa, 10 DNFs this season. There's more than anyone else, but is not last in points because of those 2 wins. Roberto Crown Jr. has 7 DNFs and 2 wins, but he's been a tad bit more consistent, and he also has a few more laps on it, so but not very many. And then running 5th right now is Old Spice winner John McFadden. Pace cars in. Hopefully we go green here. Get a good run. Lap 6 of 16. And Roberto Crown Jr. is able to get a good run despite that damage on the side. Barney Thritcher III have anything to say? Better yet, will John McFadden have anything to say? Oh, he got tied off the corner. Barney's underneath him. And John McFadden is going for it right there. The 89. Pete Reed is behind that. Oh, really cutting tight there. Pete Reedus right behind John McFadden. Then Gar Salamander. I accidentally did both Doritos cars for Gar Salamander and Caden Williams because I forgot to switch Caden Williams' scheme for this roster. I did it for the original Cup roster. But interesting fact there. John McFadden led his first lap since Old Spice. Oh, and he's in the wall, and Roberto Crown Jr. is down the bottom. Can he save it? Oh, and we're now under yellow. Was there a wreck? I'll have to go take a look at that. But battle for the lead to the line. It looks like Pete Reedus is ahead right now. Gar Salamander versus Austin Johns for 3rd and 2nd. RBL Lane trying to get 5th to the flag. And Pete Reedus will get to the line first. And these caution laps he's going to lead are going to be pretty good because he's right coming near the cut line where he needs points. So, I mean, he's not like right there, but he's in a position where he gets some points. He's going to be doing good. There's Omensa, who got into the 21, and I guess initially caused this accident. We're going to go to the helicopter cam, and we're going to go back to the restart. Well, not the restart, but second lap after the restart. I think this is the one. No, it was the one after this. Right, no, yeah, this is the one. Okay, let's go slow-mo. Okay, you see the 21. It's kind of like that first wreck. He kind of messed up in the corner, but this time Brad Stover was oncoming. Nowhere to go for Omensa. Brad Stover got the best of it. And other than that, I think it's just a clog up. And Rich Crown Jr. just kind of backed up the track. But other than that, I believe that's it. So kind of disappointing to see a caution for something as of little importance, but in 2003 probably thought, oh, they're wrecking, we should put a caution out. Oh yeah, that's something. I know I could like do a thing where I manually throw cautions, but like I'd probably miss something, and some guy would like be flipping. I don't even know. So that's why I leave it to the game. But you know, in this case scenario, they kind of let me down here. But you know what? There's been worse, and we'll rebound from that. Here, we're under caution. Now the 9 and the 16, the 11 now of the race. From the previous caution. So I just could not run anymore, and the 16 was doing okay in points too, but unfortunately 2 races in a row he'll get wrecked. In this race he'll DNF, so he's going to be a little bit further back from points than he was hoping, because sooner or later we're going to be in a spot where points are crucial, and that's coming a little bit sooner than some of these guys are going to anticipate. The closer the playoffs get, the lower your chances are. And Pete Reedus going to the bottom of the racetrack. Usually AI do that when we're going to pit road. I guess he's going to do that. He led one caution lap and led that lap to the caution. So I guess that's 10 points right there. But with him going to pit road, it's unfortunate. But yeah, he's been a struggle for that team the past couple of seasons. You know, they had a lot of mechanical issues. And it looks like that might be the same thing today. I don't know if they're coming to allow me to do that, but you know, I should probably just say that. So. Yeah. Pete Reedus in the pit lane, lap 11. He is not going to lead this lap, I don't think. No, Barcelometer is going to assume the lead, and he will more than likely lead that lap. Yep, he's already taken it. You go slower speed down pit road than you do down the racetrack, so yep. We'll see how that all figures out and see if he's going to come in and call it a race, or is he's going to go in, get repairs or whatever. And he's going to go into the pit stall, and he's going to get some Goodyears on that machine. Just 2 fresh Goodyears. I guess he needed some tires. You just need tires. That's good. It's like a tire wearing out a little bit faster than he's anticipating, so he had to get some tires. So he's going to file back up into the pack, and hopefully we're going green this time. Let's see. We are not going green this time. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway, Barcelometer leading for the first time, I think, since Martinsville, and he led, I think, like 10 laps, maybe 9 at Martinsville. Did okay. Back when Carvana was a sponsor, Carvana has left the team. They have cut all ties with Carvana, so main sponsor now, Dorito. Alright, sorry about that. I had to do something there. I accidentally pressed the screen, and that stopped the video track, so I had to start another one. Right now, looking at Abigail Lane. Can't remember why. And Yoico. Oh yeah, Bro Motorsports. All of them have been getting top 10s except Yoiko. Yoiko has been the one that's been kind of slacking lately, and right now the lowest one in points, coming off a ZSS championship. And now teammate Barney Thirster III is currently in 6th. He started 13th. He's doing pretty good. And Abigail Lane, the team owner, hasn't won since Talladega last season, but has been strong all season. And after today, finishes up here, might get into the playoff bubble, and may have a shot at the playoffs. That'd be interesting. She had not made the playoffs last season, so this season would be an interesting shot at that. And there's Caden Williams, 25. He's running 3rd. Austin Johns in a Doritos sandwich right now because teammates, 2 Pontiacs. There's only 2 Pontiacs in the race. Cazo and Joy Paints got wrecked out in the first wreck. And the second wreck was not even a wreck, and Eric 2003 put out a caution for it. So that's interesting. I think we're going to go green this time. Yeah, pace car's lights are off. I wasn't really paying attention, but yep, we're going green this time. I'm probably going to file up right here off of turn 3 or in the middle of turn 3. I can't remember. Yep, middle of turn 3. So 2 Doritos cars on the bottom and 2 Chevrolets on the top. Both guarded by a Bro Motorsports Ford. 2 rows deep on the bottom lane, and Brad Stover on the top, and I think 8th. Yeah. So Austin Johns versus Gar Salamander on this second restart. Pace car is in. And Austin Johns gets a jump. Well, I think he might take the lead here. And can he block the 26 into 1? He will. Austin Johns, new leader. After the 26 spun the tires on the start, John McFadden might say something too. 26 isn't done yet. Right behind that 3 car. Ooh, Caden Williams really slid up there. Oh, car in the back. Rally Green. I guess he's okay. He might have just got moved out of the way. I don't think he's had any issues there, so I guess that's good. Yep. And let's go back to, thought it was EXO. I guess it's not EXO. EXO's running good, running just outside the top 10. Might get in the top 10 here in a couple laps. And, alright, it's John McFadden versus Caden Williams for 3rd. And Williams holds strong. Barney Thirster 3rd and Abigail Lane. And here comes the battle for the lead. Gar Salamander back underneath the 26. Oh, and wrecking the back, it's the 66 of Roach. And the 66. Oh, he's around. And Pete Reedus, who was just involved in a wreck. Or just went to pit road for tires, is involved as well. And Yoiko, we were just talking about her being outside the top 10. And Gar Salamander in 26 will lead him to the green. He's going to lead some more laps. Should be good for him. He's going to be really banking for the point standings. So I have to turn on better cautions overtime here after 3rd caution has occurred. We are under yellow. Let's get a replay of that. First we're going to go to Roach, and we're probably going to do TV1. Can't remember. Okay, so I think it's this lap right here. Yeah, this here. So you see Zine right behind him. I think he might have punted him off of turn 2, because it was a pretty quick spin. He didn't just like do it there, and you see the 8 8 of Element's getting right into Virtual Conjuring and Dark X-Ray and hit the wall there, but I don't know if they're involved or not. Then 66 goes high in the corner. 54 tries to go around him. And then 24 Dark X-Rain into the side of him. Spins them both out. And then the 20 and I believe 8 got together. And the 60 barely getting out of there. 51 a little bit of front end damage from that. And then Pete Reeves got into the 20. Let's go to Throwing Alexa Gaming. Yeah, he's been decently consistent. This wreck is going to set him back a little bit. Yeah, that and Dark X-Ray, who's doing pretty good in standings. He's one of the highest running. Iron Crusader, prior to wrecking, was the highest running in standings without a win. Right now, it looks like Dark X-Ray, considering Iron Crusader's out of the race, and there's Throwing Alexa Gaming. So, 56 out of the race for a tire issue. Well, I guess that makes sense. They went to pit road for tires. Might have had a tire issue, and now they're out of the race. Yoko catching back up to the pack after some repairs. Looks to have done her some good. I guess it's a him. I don't know their gender. I just assume gender assumption. Yeah. Anyway, Dark X Rain also up here, so he's going to continue. And lowest running car is in 26th, so that's not good considering there's 46 cars. It's a little less than half out of the race. So Garcelometer's still leading, and pace car's lights are still on. And we're going to overtime finish, so we're going to have a sprint with Austin Johns, Abigail Lane, Caden Williams, and John McFadden, and then 6th place, Northhurst in 3rd. Whenever the pace car is done doing its lollygagging on the racetrack, or as I like to call it, loitering. The car with flashing lights is loitering on the racetrack. Only in America. Well, no, they do it in Europe too with F1. I don't know where there is. Anyway, we're not going green this time. That's disappointing. Well, trying to find something to discuss while the pace car is doing its loitering. This race is at least going to go 20 laps from this point. And there's Salamander leading. He's going to get some good points here. I know. He's going to bank. He's going to be inside the cut line after this race. I am almost certain. Unless, like, I'm like almost certain. Unless, like, yeah, it's not possible. Not a waves out of the race. So, yeah, and then there's a. Let's go to replay. Here it is. There's Roof King. Okay, so we're going to do replay from TB2. Yep. And Roach is going to have to go all the way back again because he was in 10th prior to that wreck. Pete Reedus was already in last, so he's out of the race now. Very unfortunate casualty. So he's going to have to start from, I think, 23rd. So that's interesting. So we're going to go restart attempt number 2, I think. No, I think, yeah, no. Restart attempt number 1. My bad. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just getting so bumfungled by all of it. We're already like 30 minutes in. Garcelle, Austin Johns again on the restart. Let's see how it all folds out. Hopefully get some green flag racing. This race hasn't provided a lot of that today yet. It's just a couple laps here and there. And green flag in here again. Austin Johns does not get as big as a jump. And Garcelle going to go low. Bernie Thresher third quickly underneath Caden Williams there. And quickly underneath the 3 of Austin Johns. He did not get around that top lane at all. Oh, John McFadden into him. They stay straight, but I think... I think Abigail Lane almost took out Garcelle there from the lead. Here we go, racing to the line once again. Can Garcelle beat him again? I don't know if we're in a caution or not. I think we are. Here they go. And it looks like Abigail Lane versus Bernie Thresher the third for second. Bernie Thresher the third edges. Garcelle takes it to the yellow as we go to attempt overtime attempt number 2. And wreck looked like it kind of evened out. I mean, I guess they just slammed in the wall again. I guess Nero 2003 goofed again by thinking there was a wreck because people were hitting the wall at extremely high speeds. I don't know, it might have been warranted. 89 cars got a ton of damage, I assume. Getting turned right into the 3 by the 25. So yeah, that was very hard lick for that. Anyway, Garcelle leading again, looking for more points. Like I say, he's gonna bank today. All those points. Let's look at his incident first. And this time it was right on the restart. We had a wreck. So you see Abigail Lane kind of going low. And then, looks like John McFadden sent it a little bit. And then Caden Williams, Austin Johnson almost gets spun right there by Abigail Lane coming off turn 2. Butchered that one. And then I guess there wasn't really a wreck. Let's get a full view if we can. Go a little slow-mo. Yeah, 3 car didn't get a good race start. Neither was 25. And these guys just trying to do their best here. And I mean, we see a little bit of wobble. There's a dripsy right there. This is where I just don't see much mistake here. He just kind of sent it a little bit. It's just a little bit. Not much salt takes. And Brad Stover, yeah, and then I mean, these guys kind of slid in the corner a little bit too. And then I guess it looks like the 25 kind of came down into the 89 into the 3. I mean, that was a hard lick for both those cars. See who's out of the race after that one. Very unfortunate for them. And a lot of cars. It looks like the 80 Mensa getting spun around. That's why. I think that's why we're in the caution. The 8 got spun around right after all that. Well, that's unfortunate. We could have stayed green, finished the race. Garcelemander would have won. But no, we had to do overtime again. And, Austin John's out of the race after very hard hitting the wall. He's had a tough season ever since he came back off of COVID. It's just been down, and not a lot of high hopes. Except for last week, he got 11th at Texas, and did okay. So this race will not be the same. He'll get a DNF and get 0 points. Well, I don't know. He led a few laps, so he'll get a few points. That's his advantage on some of the other guys that did DNF. So he could pass a few guys in points. As amazing as it sounds, yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. So once again, under a tyranny of caution laps, which are being led by Garcelemander, and he is banking some points here for his personal. I don't know, he's doing really good right now, getting a lot of laps led. Every lap is 5 points, so he is going to be, like I said earlier, pretty much inside the playoff standings. So, and he might even be locked in. What he's leading here might guarantee him into the round of 16. You know? And he did make the round of 16 last season, winning Las Vegas and some decent consistency. And he could be winning today in his 3rd career win and getting his 1st win that's not Las Vegas. As funny as it sounds, he's the king of Las Vegas, I guess you could say, because that's the only track he's won at in this series. He won at both Vegas races last season. We only got 1 Vegas race this season, so with the switch from Ford to Pontiac, we'll see how that all figures out. And we'll see how Vegas goes, which will be interesting. And I think that, I don't know if that's playoff first or not, but if it is, that could be potential for Garcelemander to get a championship. Let's go to Yoiko. And they're currently running 14th, so that's one better than they were running last week. So that's a plus. So we've been trying to keep up with the consistency. It's, if they keep it up like this, Yoiko, I mean, they won't. She just keeps getting top 15. She's not going to make the playoffs, but she can get a good season finish despite all this pain and heartache. Yeah, I do describe it like that. It's been not good for Yoiko. Not a lot of DNFs, but it's not good finishes playing. Coming off a ZSS championship, even. Well, let's see if the pace car gives us any mercy and gives us the one to go sign here. Yes, it does. Very merciful pace car. Thank you. So we're going to go green lap 26. No, we're going to green lap 24, and lap 26 will be the last lap. Unless we get another caution. But this time, Austin Johns is not on the top lane. It is now Barney Thurcher III. Finished 2nd last week after winning most of the race. Got 125 points, boosted him up 10 spots in standings. He is now within 100 points of the cut line. If he finishes here today, he's going to be even closer. Especially with all those cars DNFing. That's all it takes is a couple good races, and that's how things turn around for you. And then Abigail Lane, who's been consistent too, if she finishes up here well and maybe everything works out, she might be inside the cut line as well. And Brad Stover might be able to defend it with him being in 4th right now if he finishes there. And then Schiff Squid in 6th, the other Burma Sports car. He's been lurking. He's not really had a lot of good finishes. He finished 3rd at Texas though, so a little bit of consistency from him. I think he'll be doing good because he's had a lot of consistency, but not when it comes to finishes. So he needs to finish those races in those positions instead of just running those positions in the races. And Roach, who was involved in a wreck, caution previous to this one, he is now in 7th from 23rd. Roberto Crown Jr. in 8th, still trying to stay up here best he can with that damage. Green on the green. Third versus Garcelometer. Hopefully our final restart. Man, 40 minutes, that's long. And Barney throws third, gets a jump. And that 56 car, he's going to lead. He's going to get in front of the 56. Can stay in front of the 56. Oh, they're going slow in the backstretch, not sure why. There we go. Barcelometer are going to try to look low here. Try to retake the lead and win this race if he can. Still green. Just got to make it to the line. Here comes Roach in the 66. He's up to 4th now. Burmar Sports Cars for 2nd and 3rd. And then Northwich in 3rd, trying to defend on the top. Abigail Lane charging on the bottom. Oh, now we're under caution as we come to the flag. We will not make it to the final lap. This caution is out again. Barcelometer will lead yet some more laps. And, dang, that's interesting. Well, let's, seeing those guys kind of packing together on that start. Kind of started back off from Yoiko. See if she got a good view on the restart. It's right here. They were already split apart. I think this is really, separating the slow cars from fast cars. That could have caused a wreck. Kind of rewind from Sammy Box. Well, it doesn't look like anything happened here. Well, let's see. Let's go and go to Yoiko. Maybe we can go to a rear view and see if we can just figure out because otherwise we're going to see smoke. Two Dodge Motorsports cars heavily damaged. See Bird there as well. So if we see any smoke, tell us what happened. And I know it was green until we went to the front stretch, so it's probably happening around in between maybe 3 and 4. Smoking like that crash, so I don't see anyone significantly far back. Oh, that was not good. John McFadden, and I think that was Caden Williams. That was yeah, put our caution. Oh my, that is bad. John McFadden, not looking good there. That was. Goodness, that was a bad wreck. I am very sure he's out of the race now, but he led, I think, 1 lap, so not a total loss, but on a great run. He's on 15 there. A lot of aggression back here, despite cars being a little slow. I think Alexa probably the slowest of them. And here they go. 25 might have been underneath him. Oh no, 15, 18. Oh my, that's why. Oh, he got slung into the wall. Wall caught his rear end. And he is like that. Started off with the 88. 88 pushed him too hard. I thought the 25 might have spun him, but nope. And that took out the 18, the 15. We'll see who's still in the race after this. So 15, 18, 90, 89. I can kind of say that 84 kind of wasn't involved, but he caused it, so I'm going to say he's involved. He's involved with causing it. Put it that way. So that'll take out the 89 of John McFadden. No surprise there. He was in the wall, literally. So that's that was a bad wreck. So yeah. Anyways, let's go to let's see, we're lap 27, so pace car's probably going to come off for a little bit. Let's see, got 56 out of the race. 59 Bernie Thirst is the third, round the second again. See if he has anything for Garcelle on this restart. Hopefully our final is like, what is this going to be, like a third overtime attempt? Sure, it's like 45 minutes in. I hope it don't go an hour. If it does, it's might as well stick through. Hopefully someone finishes. Oh, Roberto Crown Jr. He's in 9th. No, he's in 12th, just outside the top 10. Started pole. Looks like he's going to go to pit road. I've seen Pete Reedus do this, and again, you don't really always know if they're going to pit road, if they're going to come out or not, because he might be out of the race. He got a lot of damage on both sides of the car. That, or I just wore out the tires like Reedus did, and fresh Goodyears. I don't know. We'll see. He is going to go to pit road, and we'll see how that goes. And he started on pole, so his pit box is all the way down to the very last one. Well, in this case, the very first one, I guess it would be called. Alright. He's going into the pit box. Why am I doing commentary on what they're doing to the car? And it looks like doing right sides right now. They do lefts. Nope, just right sides only. Seen Pete Reedus take left sides only, and he ended up getting wrecked out for a tire issue, which probably wasn't caused by the fact that he had an issue, but probably by the fact that he hit thermal X game in a pretty bad angle, and I mean the mechanical issue might have had something to do with it, but you never know. Roberto Crown files up behind, I believe, Brendan Nelson, the 88. I believe Brandon went to pit road for repairs because he was ahead of these guys prior to that wreck. Pace car's lights are off. We're going green this time, so I don't gotta wait the whole lap. Here we go, battle hopefully one more time. And let's see how it goes. Roach is up to 4th. He just came off a win. He goes back to back. That'll be interesting. He'd be the second driver to do it. Keza was the first. Keza was of the race. Roach can do it here. And that would definitely put him in a good points position. All 4 of these guys right now, 5, 6, all the top 6 guys right now are going to be really good points positions if they finish where they are right now, or better after this restart, or when this race comes to finish. Whatever comes first. I think the race finishing would probably be more important. Here we go, green flag in the air. Gar Salamander is the commander of the restart. And Martha's the third, falls back a little bit. And Abigail Lane get underneath the 26. And she will. We have a wreck. I guess they saved it. Well, I guess we're going to have to race back to the line. No caution lights. See if we caution lights on. No, we're still green. They can keep it green to the line. We're going to be finishing this thing. Zine in second in that 97 car. He just got a win 2 weeks ago and Burnthurst third. Quickly in the 26 and the 97. Got a huge run off that corner, and so did Roach. Garcelle went from 1st to 4th in a lap. Probably used up all them tires trying to defend on all those other restarts. Oh, and Abigail into the wall. That's not good. She's leading on the final lap. She could win this race, but we got into the wall. Barney Thrush the third quickly underneath. Bartholomew have anything? No, Roach blocks. Abigail Lane leading on the backstretch. Barney Thrush the third with a run on the bottom. Oh, Roach, can he get underneath and get two in a row? Ooh, Abigail Lane messes him up on the corner, but here we go. Barney Thrush the third leading off the corner. Never won a ZSS race. Got in the championship 4 in the Cards on Cup Series. He is going to be he's going to get his first career win and enter 2003 here. I think his first win in 2003. But first win in our leagues came here in the Cup Series at Indianapolis. Coming off a second place finish from a last lap pass from the guy right behind him. So these two finish in one position of each other 2 races in a row. And there was a wreck with 2 to go. Let's take a look at that. We'll go this lap right here. It was right here. And I think it was, 2 to go on the restart. And I think the 32 was involved because he was the only one that wasn't there after the restart. He got wide off. Oh, Brad Stover, Tony Box. Kind of like the same that, and Feedback also got on that. Yeah, kind of like that wreck with John McFadden and Austin Johns and Ken Williams. Except this time I did not put out a caution and we were allowed to finish the race. So I guess we'll see you guys next week. This is already like almost an hour in.